Okay, y'all. I don't know if you've ever heard of a black book before, but this is the black book. And I was scouted to be given this book. They had come all the way, very far away, from King Arthur's castle to give me this book from the Colorado School of Mines. And in this black book that has no name, it still has a copyright. And that copyright means that I cannot open this book and show you what it is. But I can tell you in my own words what I have just read in this book. This book is the master book on flotation, pyrometallurgy, and hydrometallurgy processes. Uh, a very detailed generalization, like step 1, 2, 3. That's all you need to know. Don't get confused. And I'm here and I'm learning about the centering process. It's called centering. And what we're trying to figure out is after we harvest the minerals from flotation, how are we supposed to treat it? Was the mineral supposed to be roasted before flotation if it was a sulfide? Absolutely not. You can float the sulfide ore out and then roast it after, but the roasting process for that agglomeration of particles needs to be roasted a very special way that I had no idea. And I've been trying to find the answer to this for a very long time. For like 10 years, I've been reading nonstop, and this is the first time that I've ever been given a direct answer, and it's pretty cool. So, to explain the knowledge in the realm of this black book here, uh, I'm gonna just give you a little finger point description. It should be pretty easy. So you have this conveyor belt right here, and there's a little blast rod that would almost look like a barbecue flame rail. And when you get the concentrated ore out from the frother and you let it dry out, you're supposed to put it in a pellet machine, like the one that makes rabbit feed pellets. And these pellets are supposed to be like a quarter to a half-inch size. Pretty much some are broken pellets, some are unbroken pellets when they fall out of the pellet machine. And that's the size of the pellets. Okay, when you go to it's all just going to be reminded of a barbecue grill. It's just the way that this works. Okay, so now you have taken your particle size, you put it through a pellet machine and made it into little rabbit feed pellets. Just little tiny ones. All right, now you got the rabbit feed pellets. What do you do next? Okay, so when you have a rotisserie, you usually just put the chicken on 2 prongs and you roast it. But when you do a rotisserie with vegetables, you can't really put it on a prong and you need a basket. And you're going to rotisserie a basket with vegetables in it. Well, this basket is what's going to hold the pellets, but you're not going to rotisserie it. You're not going to flip it. You're going to use this rotisserie basket to hold the pellets. And you're going to send this rotisserie basket over the flame right here. And this whole area is a box, and there's going to be a fan right here with the airflow going out. And this whole rack is going to be air sucking down like a huge draft. It could be an updraft if you had the fan up here and you brought the air up here. If you put the fan down here, it could be a downdraft. You can do either or, any direction. Okay, so you got to have this. It's called a wind box. And you can take this little rotisserie basket with your pellets that you put inside of it, and you're going to ignite it. So when this basket goes over, there's going to be an ignition point, which is your fire. Now, fire, let's say we're going with a downdraft. The size of the book is the wind box. You got your ignition point down here, or actually it's going to be above, and you're going to send your basket through here, and that fire is going to come down on your basket and light those pellets on fire. And this bass is going to move through this wind box, and it's going to be on fire here because it's getting ignited. And then after all the fuel's burned off out of those pellets, it's going to just roast and start to cool down as like a charcoal, like a red coal charcoal. And then when it leaves the wind box, it's centered and is completely roasted. But it needed all that air, downdraft air, to keep the pellets ignited like charcoals while it was passing down the line. All right. Well, this whole thing is this belt right here has to be traveling between what is it, 10 and 48 inches per minute. All right, and then this centering process is about 6 to 7 minutes to burn off the fuel on those pellets. Those pellets are going to be a thin layer. They said about a half inch to an inch layer of pellets inside your little rotisserie basket. You're going to light them up, and it's got to pass through that wind box really slow for 6 to 7 minutes. I'm like, well, how do I do a lab style? How do I do a DIY center operation? Well, you take a box fan, you just gotta watch all this shit's flammable. Uh, maybe take some ducking or something and make like a little wind box. Get a little rotisserie thing and just put it on there, turn the fan on. Just like a barbecue grill. You could just make it out of a barbecue grill even. And all you gotta do is create a downdraft. Just make that fan connect it to the box and downdraft it. And burn that stuff off. So I think it'd be pretty easy, but when you need a continuous feed of centering, you're going to put this on a conveyor belt because you're going to be nonstop feeding it for eternity. So you definitely want to have a conveyor belt for commercial. Well, anyway, that's what's in the black book. The black book with no name. The black book that was scouted and given to me. Somehow, I received it. This amazing black book. I love this black book. This black book has everything you need to know. Alright, later. Lights out.